Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed HPCL employees and viewers tuning in from across the organization, brace yourselves for a captivating journey into the beating heart of industrial India. Today, we venture into a bustling metropolis where technology and human brilliance unite in an exquisite dance, turning crude oil into the lifeblood that powers our nation's progress. Welcome to Visakh Refinery, a true symbol of HPCL's unwavering commitment to energy security. In this immersive episode of HP Unplugged, we have the honor of delving deep into the world of refining excellence, guided by none other than the visionary leader at the helm, Shri V. Ratan Raj. With immense experience under his belt, Shri Ratan Raj is a true titan of his field, armed with a chemical engineering degree from Andhra University and a postgraduate accolade from the revered IIT Kharagpur. His legacy within HPCL's technical, projects and operations department, as well as his pivotal role in the Visakh Refinery modernization project, is nothing short of awe-inspiring. So let's embark on this enlightening odyssey as we take a closer look at HPCL's grandest refinery, witnessing firsthand the remarkable fusion of cutting-edge technology and human expertise. From the complex inner workings to the meticulous processes that transform crude oil into fuels that drive our nation forward, prepare to be enlightened, inspired, and captivated. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the episode of HP Unplugged. We are truly honored to have you on this episode. How are you feeling, sir?
So thank you very much, Sudipta, for having me on this episode of HP Unplugged. Really, I was looking forward to this, and once again, thank you for giving me this great show. I think we have all been eagerly looking forward to all the episodes that have been shot so far, and they were really very insightful and very encouraging to all the HP8s.
Thank you, sir. And thank you very much for welcoming us and our team at the beautiful city of Visakh and at Visakh Refinery. Talking about Visakh Refinery and your extensive 35 years of experience in refining and refinery projects and operations. So I would like to ask you, sir, what are the key things that you are seeing are the changes in the refining processes over the years that you have seen?
See, Sudipta, I think I have joined the company as an officer trainee. And over the years I have grown in different positions. Significant changes have been going on in the refining industry, although the basic structure of the refining industry remains same. But technological advances, improvements, focus areas on yield improvement, energy conservation measures. So these things people are continuously have been adopting and changing, upgrading technologies to improve either the yields or the energy conservation. Energy optimization methodologies that are being implemented in the refinery. And apart from that, I think one significant thing that has happened in the recent past, particularly as far as our refinery is concerned, is that the initial stages, the capacity what used to be is that smaller capacity expansions, smaller capacity grassroots units used to happen. Like for example, the first expansion of this refinery happened in 85, that's only about 3 million tons. The second expansion which happened in 99 also was about 3 million tons. Okay. But later on, I think during this process, what has been happening in the industry is that people are building much larger units, bigger units. So subsequently, we also wanted to transition and bigger, higher capacity units. So accordingly, I think 9 million has become norm now, minimum capacity for a refinery crude distillation unit. Accordingly, in all the new projects we are implementing, of course, there are much bigger units other than 9 million also. But the current trend is really the 3 million, 6 million, those things are gone, that is higher capacity. And definitely energy optimization is a key feature of all these things, steam optimization, best utilization of the steams and heat integration. That was not the concept earlier. Okay. Integrating the streams to get the best out of the energy. So that has been a key feature of all our revamps as well as our new units as well as the industry that is, as well as the things that are happening in the industry. The other thing that we are seeing is that has happened is fuels quality upgradation. Big thing that has happened is the fuel quality upgradation. Over a period of time, we started implementing BS standards, BS2, BS3, then came BS4, now we are in BS5. So refineries had to upgrade continuously to make these products MS and HSD of significantly better quality MS and HSD. So we have invested over a period of time substantial amounts in upgrading the qualities, particularly first beginning with the clean fuels project. Actual first initiative that happened is with the diesel desulfurization unit, DHD unit. That was to make 500 ppm diesel. That started with that. Then the MS quality upgradation project came. Big. That was a big one of the big at that point of time. That is one of the biggest projects, both for MR, VR as well as in the industry. We have spent about that time 2,900 crores, 2,700 crores for only for MS quality upgradation. Along with that, of course, we have also done the FCC revamps. FCC technology has been continuously changing, and we were quick to latch on to that and implement all the changes. So that is one major thing that has happened, and this has happened across the industry. Almost a significant amount, almost lakhs of crores have been invested by the industry in quality upgradation projects. The other thing that is happening is, of course, the latest trend is carbon neutralization and clean energy transition that is happening. People are moving towards energy transition, and this is also in line with our vision of Naya HPCL that we want to have an energy company from a petroleum company to energy company. So the transition is happening. This transition is happening to green fuels, implementing green fuels projects, biofuels, renewable energy in a big way. These are the things that are happening now in the industry, and we are also doing, HPCL also doing in a big way, significant way. The other thing I see is that with respect to digitalization, we are also going ahead in a big way with digitalization. In fact, Visakh Refinery is the first refinery to implement distributed controls way back in '85 in India.
Okay.
So at that time, other refiners used to come and visit the refinery for how the distributed controls are working. Okay. So we started with that, but that was the beginning of the digitalization. Subsequently, we have done, we've taken big strides in digitalization. We are implementing now currently virtual reality, augmented reality models for training purposes for our hydrocracker unit. Okay. We are also implementing predictive analytics based maintenance, PABM type maintenance for detecting problems in the equipment much before ahead of time that actually it happens. So we are using AI ML for that. Those things are being implemented. It is being done both at MR, VR. For some of the equipment, critical equipments, we have plans to implement for do this for all the most of the critical equipments in the refineries. So these are some of the things that are happening. Also, along with time, refineries also started benchmarking their refineries with the Solomon benchmarking study. You might have heard. So that has set really new targets for refineries in terms of energy and distillate yields and things like that. So those schemes are also being implemented, and new projects are being implemented to really improve the Solomon indices performance to bring it up to the quarter 2 or quarter 11 level in line with the best in the refinery. These are some of the things that have been happening over a period of time in the refining sector in India, particularly with respect to our refineries also.
So, sir, you have had this varied experience of, implementing all these changes that you have seen over the years in the refining aspect. So, how has this diverse exposure shaped your approach to leading one of the biggest refineries of the country, that is Visakh Refinery?
I think my background in working in technical department, then projects department, operations department, and then again in operations department and working at headquarters, I think that has given me a different perspective. It has really equipped me with the required skills and knowledge to really, I'm lucky to lead this refinery for close to 5.5 years now. Okay. So I think my experience in technical department actually really helped me to understand the processes and technologies involved. I also developed the skill for troubleshooting, and that I used to like very much. So I focused on that and developed the skill for that, and understanding the technologies and processes. My stint in projects, I think, also helped me to think big, really conceptualize big things. So that has helped me that. And first time, I think in 2001 when we started, we have engaged some of the best international consultants for doing the configuration of the refinery. So preparing the way forward, roadmap, long-term roadmap for refinery, and in implementing the quality upgradation projects. And also that time also preliminary work was done on implementing a bottom upgradation project. So at that point of time, actually we were thinking of implementing a coker project. But somehow that did not take off because of environmental reasons, and subsequently we switched over to other technologies. So that knowledge has helped me think big, in really conceptualizing things. That experience in projects, my initial stage, that has actually helped me work on VRMP also, and subsequently that experience I have taken it to VRMP, where a lot of stream optimization has been done, and energy yield losses have been minimized. Energy optimization also, significant energy optimization has been done, and many new schemes, innovative things have been implemented under that. Same thing I think which was useful to me for carrying forward in, I also was also fortunate in developing, conceptualizing, developing the basic engineering of Rajasthan Refinery project. So that helped me greatly actually. And also for all these projects, interacting with the pollution control board, expert appraisal committees, the experts, interacting with them, defending the projects. It has also given me insight in how people think and how people perceive the refinery, what type of problems they anticipate, and what is their concept of what we are doing. So that gave me good understanding, which has actually helped me in running the refinery also now, because we interact a lot with the external boundary management is one key area for ED refinery. We interact with public, a lot of public will be there, and district administration, factories, pollution control board, all these things. So that has helped me. And my work at headquarters, I think really it helped me to interact and collaborate with the teams and multiple teams, and that has really helped me a lot. I think these are some of the things I think which helped me to run the refinery. I think that's what I think.
Thank you, sir. One of the aspects that you emphasized on was projects. Now, coming to that, the biggest project, that is Visakh Refinery Modernization Project, came under your leadership. So, can you throw some focus lights on some key highlights about this project and how it is going to change the energy landscape of India?
See, seed for Visakh Refinery project, modernization project, it was laid somewhere in 2007. At that time it was called the New Visakh Refinery Project, NVRP. We started with that and started developing different configurations and preparing a roadmap for the expansion. Multiple configurations and options were studied at that point of time, because the investment also, those days the appetite for investment was also slightly less, I would say, in the company. So, but subsequently I think we had started taking giant steps, strides in the company. The management also taken big steps subsequent years, I think in the recent past also. So that has helped really help us to reconfigure our thinking and improve the whatever we have been what have been thinking for many years. We were able to really bring it to light during that period. VRMP was a really good experience, but the past experience of all these projects really helped me. And like also I mentioned, there was a lot of stream optimization which was done, and energy optimization was done under VRMP, and the configuration is unique that we wanted to start first time residue upgradation facility in the country. At that time the latest state of the art technology was slurry, so we wanted to go ahead with slurry hydrocracking. A lot of work, much work has happened with slurry hydrocracking, but subsequently because of lack of established units, proven commercial units, we somehow did not go ahead with that, and we changed it to hydrocrack, the different type of residue upgradation facility which is actually come up. So I was working till that point of time, then afterwards I moved out from headquarters to refinery. But before that, actually all the basic engineering of all the licensor selection, the licensor selection of all the license units, basic engineering packages, except the residue upgradation facility, which did not happen under my tenure. Those things I have done, I have been able to do it at headquarters, and in that also some unique things we have implemented in the units. We have got the largest capacity hydrocracker in India, and the crude unit that was implemented is the lowest energy consumption consuming unit in India. That was also much thought and thinking has gone into that, and we had to discuss extensively with EAL, making them to agree to our numbers. That is 1.4% of fuel consumption. So initially there was a lot of resistance, but finally they agreed, and the design was made, and we are seeing today the plant in operation. And at hydrocracker was, as I said, it is the largest hydrocracker. The residue upgradation facility is first of its kind, so in India, and that's going to come up. That is expected to come up sometime in next year.
Sir, talking about the significant contribution of VRMP to the Visakh Refinery, and overall then because of that now we have, I think, produced the highest throughput this year, and which has significantly contributed to the stupendous financial results that we have. So what would you like to speak about that on that aspect of contribution to the Visakh Refinery and then contributing to the whole, on the financial results?
I think definitely refinery expansion has added the capacity, but probably we didn't do as well as we could have done as far as the throughput capacity is done. Some capacity was lost during stabilization, commissioning of the units of the new units, where the one of new units actually, and so during that process it took little bit time. So some capacity throughput was lost this year. Otherwise, I think we have done reasonably well. But we could have done probably slightly better than what we have done, but the yields have been good, distillate yields have been good, and performance has been good, and energy consumption also has come down. So on all fronts, I think, and more importantly, we are actually in the process of implementing the residue upgradation facility fully. With hydrocracker we are seeing some improved yields, but once the residue upgradation facility comes, the bottom upgradation, once it happens, we are expecting that it is expected to give at least 10% increase in the distillate yield, from an average of 76% to around 86% with a very high percentage of high sulfur crude. So that 10% directly translates into diesel yield and MS yield. And in other words, if you say that the 10% equivalent crude production is crude import and saving production is saved. That is the type of saving that is possible. And definitely, I think it has helped refinery achieve good physical performance, and I think also I believe we have done well in financial performance also.
Okay. Sir, apart from VR and then VRMP, you have also been associated with various debottlenecking projects that also you spoke about it. So can you share us some specific examples that exemplifies your commitment to continuous improvement?
I want to share one thing actually. During beginning of my career, there was a requirement to process natural gas liquids. They were available here, NGL liquids. So that time there was no facility to process, or we were not knowing where to process or whatever. One of the first assignments, I think probably when I was officer trainee, I worked on that project of doing a modeling of the crude unit, and then taking that NGL, and then based on when I was still in officer training, unit modifications were carried out, and physical hardware modifications were carried out, and actually that project was implemented. So that I remember very well. That is one thing, but not a very big thing, but first thing that has happened while still I was very young in the company, in my early stages, and that time the then director really came and refinery and appreciated. So I remember that very well. And the other thing is, I think there are many things that I really enjoyed doing in a refinery, in the technical departments and projects department. So some of the things that we have done, implemented, is a big revamp of the FCC. FCC1 in-house revamp was carried out completely in-house. We did that. Our team, me and my team, we did that. So that was we had successfully implemented. Though there were one or two detail engineering issues, but overall it was okay. So that is one thing I remember very well. And also there are many other projects, like VRMP itself is a big thing actually, and also my association with HRRL. I think I really cherish doing that, petrochemicals, getting into petrochemicals and envisaging and what needs to be done for petrochemicals. I think one thing corporation really thought, that time the management really thought about doing petrochemicals, integrated petrochemical complex way back in 2010-11 with the objective of maximizing petrochemicals from day one, not as a refinery, as a petrochemical complex. I think the management that time and management subsequently also, I think, played a key role in pursuing that project, and I was fortunate to have that opportunity of working on that project. I think that's really enjoyed. That gives me a lot of satisfaction. I also had the opportunity of working on the PCPR project, which did not take off. So that was purely supposed to be a pure petrochemical complex.
Where was
it was supposed to come up in Kakinada, but somehow due to viability gap funding issues with the government, it did not take off, but I worked extensively on that project also. So these are some of the things I think I cherish. Other thing is, like I mentioned in the beginning, that a clean fuels project which was started in 2001. Here, I think we did the first time we did a very good comprehensive, extensive configuration and conceptualization of the refinery for the full next 10-20 years. What should be the path forward that has been done, conceptualization. That was also a very good experience, and again a lot of knowledge during that process of working. You seeing about, learning about all the new technologies and new processes that are involved, what are the opportunities that are there, and interacting with all the licensors. That was a very good experience, I think. Yeah.
Sir, taking a cue from your answer, that is about green fuels and green energy. One of the pioneering projects that Visakh has done is the implementation of green hydrogen project. So, would you like to speak about that on that?
Yeah, I think you know that our energy transition, whatever we have been telling that by 2040 we will be net zero, scope 1 and scope 2 emissions. One of the main levers for doing that is implementing green hydrogen. So, towards that direction, we started implementing a smaller plant, a 370 tons per annum plant. Almost just the mechanical completion is over now, last month, and we are planning to commission it sometime this month. So, that's about a 370 tons first electrolyzer based plant in India. Big plant that we are building it, and it's an electrolyzer based plant here. So that has got about 33 megawatts power consumption is there, and so that plant is already implemented, and by sometime this month we will be commissioning that plant. So that will be the first. That is going to be one of the levers. We have plans to really enhance the green hydrogen capability substantially and significantly in the years by 2030. Very significantly we are going to increase. That is the plan. So that's going to be one of the major levers for decarbonizing our operations. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Now, people know you as the leader of Visakh Refinery. Now, people would like to know you as a man, that what you do in your personal space, what are the things like to unwind yourself. So, would you like to throw some light on that, sir?
Yeah, basically what I do when I am not in office, I spend long hours and I enjoy doing that. But I have been doing that for many years, and no complaints about it. And whenever I get free time, I read books. And I watch travel shows and cooking shows.
Oh, nice.
I like some. I don't do cooking, but I like that, and I watch that. And traveling, camping shows I like a lot, and watch them. International traveling and
Bear Grylls type.
Yes, Bear Grylls type, and also other camping sites, camping videos I see. And I like watching history channel videos on. I am really fond of astronomy and archaeology also. I especially like. So these are some of the things that I do when I get some free time. I keep seeing all those things here, and I read books actually, a lot of books.
So, who is your favorite author, sir?
So, favorite author, I would say, of course, Stephen Hawking has been one of my favorite authors. And Odos also I read a lot. I enjoyed. I used to read from college days, and I really like his novels, and the way he writes is such a very nice way of writing. Actually, I think I really enjoy reading. Yes.
Thank you, sir, for giving your time to us, and going through your professional and personal aspect of life. It was really nice talking to you. Thank you very much for coming to this show, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me on your show. Really enjoyed, and looking forward for a great future. Thank you for all of us. Thank you. Thank you.
That's all for today on HP Unplugged. We hope you enjoyed this insightful conversation with Shri V. Ratan Raj. Shri Ratan Raj conveys that he cherishes the countless interactions, collaborations and shared experiences with his seniors and colleagues that have shaped his journey, and sincerely acknowledges their contribution. Sir, we thank you for taking us through this inspiring journey of refining excellence at Visakh Refinery. Your commitment to innovation and efficiency is a key driver for HPCL's success. Thank you once again for watching this episode of HP Unplugged. Do write to us at prcc@hpcl.in for any feedbacks. Until next time, stay tuned for more inspiring stories from HPCL's leaders. Thank you. Namaskar.